When I first started this digital learning and leading master's program, I knew I was going to be expected to expand and stretch myself in ways technologically that I'd never done before. I was asked to put myself out there and to join several professional learning networks that had to do with some big issue in education right now. Based on my district, we have gone to a one-to-one initiative in our schools so that each student in our classroom has a personal iPad that they use at school for assignments, for homework, and for other technological tools like iMovie. Because of this, I wanted to see how I could get my kids involved in digital citizenship in a way that would be meaningful and beneficial to them. The first thing I started searching when I started looking for professional learning networks was a digital citizenship piece. I have never been in a district where students have had access to technology other than their own before, and I wanted to make sure that what they were doing was appropriate and what they were learning was going to be appropriate as well. When I went out to edweb.net, I was able to find several different digital citizenship groups that I could join for the specific purposes of teaching my kids how to be digital citizens. I joined a digital citizenship network, a digital classroom teaching with technology network, and a mobile learning explorations network. As I was looking at these, I was able to dig in deeper with things that I can actually use in my classroom for my students. In the digital citizenship network, I was able to introduce myself, explain what some of my needs were, and also to be able to get some feedback from others on that network. I was able to collaborate with educators from Ohio all the way up to Oregon, which is where I am right now, all the way down to Texas and all over across the United States. It's been such a valuable tool for me and for my kids because I was able to get some ideas on curriculum for digital citizenship that my students really need to have in order for them to be functional as citizens with this technology going back and forth from school to home. Another piece of that was the Teaching with Technology network. I was able to learn some more tools that my kids could use in the classroom and be able to learn and adapt what it is they are expected to do into a technological format. I learned some new apps out there that my kids can use and that I can use as well, and we all learn how to use them together. With this network, I'm actually able to ask questions and troubleshoot some things before I try them in the classroom, and then when I'm using them in the classroom, I get to use the troubleshooting with my kids and have them help me figure things out. In the Digital Mobile Learning Explorations Network, again, it gives me more tools for my kids to explore with their iPads. Rather than just typing in a Google search, there's apps for them to do research. There are tools for them to tweak some of the worksheets that I have and make them more interactive and more technological. And I'm able to do that with this network because I'm able to find out how they do it and where it's going. I also joined the Oregon Educator Network with some of my colleagues from school. I've joined an EdTech professional development group, a talented and gifted education group, an Oregon Math Network, and the Oregon Science Leaders Network. With those 4 networks that I'm able to join, I'm able to get ideas on how not only to use things technologically, but how to enhance my classroom. I have talented and gifted learners in my room, and I've never had that before. And so being able to get in touch with people that do have kids and have methods and strategies for teaching those students to enrich their lives and enhance their learning makes it such a huge tool and important for me to be part of that network. With this professional learning piece that I was expected to do, I've learned so much more technologically than I would have if I hadn't been expected to do this. My students are being able to teach me things that normally I would not have been receptive to, but being as how I'm stretching myself in new ways, it's actually really cool to see my kids and myself learn together. And I'm not shy to ask them questions. They've shown me how to do so many new things that I've never actually been able to do before. And I'm so thankful that this class has stretched my horizons and expanded my learning into something that is in this format.